has millions of clicks.
Strong and Able is just, it's a way for us to show that, you know, people like Tyler, people with all kinds of special needs, Down syndrome, autism, whatever, they got abilities greater than yours and mine a lot of the time, which is pretty plain to see with Tyler here, because he's got a shot that I couldn't match any day in my life. So
All Eli has done for Tyler hasn't gone unnoticed. The nonprofit Regional Center of Orange County, which supports Tyler and others with disabilities, has just awarded Eli with its Spotlight Award. Tyler may not be able to use the words to say it, but it's clear Eli is a true friend. In Lake Forest, Michelle Geely, KCAL News.
I like his style, how he just lobs that ball.
Yes, definitely skills that I do not have on a basketball court.
Me neither. Absolutely not.
Well, let's take a live look outside. Speaking of basketball weather, it's looking nice outside. We're going to get to our first alert weather forecast in just a moment. We're definitely getting into that season where we might be able to go outside.
Plus, Governor Inslee has signed a new law making it easier for family members of missing individuals to access critical resources. And a healthcare provider has been chosen to operate the new Tri-Cities Behavioral Health Recovery Center. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And Riley, you really did say it well, that it is that kind of weather where you can get outside, you can enjoy those outdoor activities. I went for a run, which is rare for me, but it was a beautiful day yesterday.
It was a beautiful day. By the time I got out of here, the sun was shining and it was just a perfect time to enjoy the weather. And I think we're going to have another one of those days today.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Let's get into our first alert weather forecast. Oh, beautiful day. The sun will start shining. It's looking a little hazy right now, but we are going to be heating up today. If we take a look, we're heating up today into a hot Wednesday tomorrow. Tomorrow our conditions are going to be even hotter, kind of similar to our weekend. Very, very high temps, but we're going to cool down into the rest of our week. A wet, windy, and cool Friday into a cool rest of our week. Beautiful conditions for today, but we're in that kind of spring era where we are having some variable temperatures, especially into the rest of our week. Upper 40s for most of our areas, lower 50s for the Tri-Cities. Nice conditions, and remember, it's going to be heating up. If we take a look at it, 82 degrees, the clouds will start to wane and the sun will start to come back out. 78 for the Tri-Cities and 76 for Walla Walla. We're going to have more on my full forecast. That's coming up.
Governor Jay Inslee has signed the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Persons and Lucian Act into law, which will provide critical resources for families struggling to find their lost loved ones. State lawmakers invited Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell to the Capitol in Olympia for that signing because of her diligent coverage of that case.
When a loved one goes missing, the first step is clear.
If my daughter was missing, right, or my granddaughter was missing, or your loved one was missing, what would we do? We would probably call 911.
But what happens next, most people don't know.
With all the family members I've spoken to over the years who have been in the unimaginable position of having a loved one go missing or finding out that they've been murdered, one of the chief complaints I've heard is a lack of communication from law enforcement and not knowing what to do immediately after they get that call.
That's what happened to the family of 4-year-old Lucian Mungia.
It's the worst day of their life, right? But they didn't have tools with them, helping them.
The law directs Attorney General Bob Ferguson to create a dedicated page for information about who to call, how to file a missing persons report, and other advice for families.
This tool will educate them on what resources they can use.
The less time people spend asking themselves, what do I do, is more time they can spend trying to bring their loved one back home.
Hopefully we can come up with a great resource, and it won't just be it'll be tribal, non-tribal, anyone in the state of Washington who's looking for their family member. We want to give them all the tools possible.
Reporting in Olympia, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE Local News.
The Attorney General has until November to get that page up and running. It will be in several different languages, and he'll also be sending a hard copy version to law enforcement who can hand it out to people who come in to file a missing persons report. while state lawmakers say Emily Goodell's reporting was a big part of making this law come to fruition. Representative Gina Mosbrucker extended the invitation, asking Emily if she would like to stand next to Governor Inslee as he signed Lucian's bill into law. Emily has done numerous reports on MMIW cases and was the one reporter to consistently update the community on the search for Lucian Munguia. Mosbrucker says Emily's work, especially her investigation into the Yakima Police Department's response and establishing a trust with Lucian's family, helped keep the case at the front of the headlines.
I think just the relationship that they built with you, the trust that they built with you was just so, and it warmed my heart to think we have somebody here who's not just reporting this. They're living this with the family, the tragedy, and they're really trying to be there for whatever that little need is that's missed and unmet.
Emily has also been asked to return to Olympia later this summer to help craft the Missing Persons Toolkit, especially when it comes to informing the media. We will bring you an update on that story at a later date. And there was another big announcement from the state capitol. Governor Jay Inslee says he will not run for a fourth term. Inslee is only the second Washington governor to win a third term in a row, and he announced yesterday morning he's ready to pass the torch.
But I do think there's a season, to everything there's a season. And the season right now, I think, is having a first term maybe more important than having a fourth term. And so I think some of that change is a good thing.
Inslee says he is ready to take the next year and a half and focus on homelessness and expanding behavioral health services. Kicking off Mental Health Awareness Month, we are seeing some movement on the future Behavioral Health Recovery Center in the Tri-Cities. Benton County has awarded a contract to the provider who has already provided care for thousands of people in the region.
Benton County calling it an exciting and important move for the future of the recovery center. Last week, county commissioners officially gave the award for the provider who will give services out of this building.
Comprehensive Healthcare, based out of Yakima with locations across the region, will be the provider for the recovery center. Comprehensive has multiple inpatient facilities and years of experience. They're already the crisis response team designated for Benton and Franklin counties. The county says Comprehensive will play a vital role in the design and renovation of the old KGH building and the inpatient care center.
The county is going to work with Comprehensive to make sure any renovations meet their needs so they can meet the needs of the county in a beneficial way. Also on the county side, we're going to be working on an RFP over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll have that out by the end of May, and then we can get a design team in place.
The county says they hope to have a design finalized by August, with construction starting by the end of this year.
And in the recently passed state budget, $5 million was allocated for the long-term care facility that is separate than this building. Reporting in Kennewick for KapKV Local News, I'm Madeline Hagan.
All right, Riley Fitzgerald is joining us now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Well, thank you so much, Jill. Well, it's going to be a warm day today once the sun starts to pop out, which it hasn't quite yet. A hotter day tomorrow. I'll track the conditions for you in just a few minutes.
Plus, 24 new American citizens were added to the population yesterday at a ceremony in Richland. That's up next on Good Morning Northwest.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
Not the same old party when you reserve the action at Power Up Arcade. Signature cocktails and 18 taps of cold beer and food from Proof Gastropub right next door. Bring your quarters and prepare for battle. Make your escape to the Power Up Arcade.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get up to $1,200 back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Take flight over a museum of trains on Fly the Northwest tonight.
Welcome back. It's about 6:10 this Tuesday morning. 24 local immigrants became U.S. citizens yesterday at the United States Courthouse and Federal Building in Richland. They came from 9 different countries: Mexico, Morocco, Nepal, Italy, Guatemala, Ukraine, Myanmar, Pakistan, and Colombia. And several organizations were there, including the local auditor's offices and the Washington League of Women Voters, to register the new citizens to vote. United States District Court Judge Edward F. Shea says it was one of the most important things they could do.
You can do many things to make it your country. Voting is a critical part of making it your country. Let your vote be your voice. You can be heard no matter who you are by voting. And when you vote, you affect the democracy in this country.
These new citizens were given an American flag pin from the Sons of the American Revolution, and there was a reception after the ceremony. Coming up, the godfather of artificial intelligence has left his position at Google and is now warning others about the dangers of AI. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Officer down, officer down.
They were ambushed. 3 men with masks.
One of them is right outside. Call 911.
The Rookie season finale tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
STCU and Cap KVU Local News honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on contests at yaktrynews.com.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Zendaya, J-Lo, Rihanna, and single Giselle's first Met Gala without Tom. Extra is all over the Oscars of fashion.
From the carpet to the party to the after parties.
And all the hot couples. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVU. Stay connected with your world, wherever, whenever, with the Cap KVU Plus app.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
Big stories, first alert weather, live streaming, and more. Cap KVU Plus, available in the App Store and Google Play.
ABC
The NBA playoffs on ABC Cap KView, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen. Now, Cap KView First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I just took a gander outside. It can say for definite certainty it is going to be beautiful today. It's a little chilly to start out our morning, but as soon as the sun comes out, well, that heat is going to be rising. Let's get into our full forecast. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We are heating up today into our tomorrow, our hot Wednesday that we've been looking forward to. Got a wet, windy, and cool Friday on the way, cooling down into the weekend and into our next week. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some cloud coverage in our areas, making our way with some scattered showers through this afternoon and into our evening. The clouds are going to start to make their way out of the area. There's going to be some rain that's going to go around us, but not quite through our regions. We are cooling down into our Wednesday morning. No cloud coverage here into our afternoon. That's when we start seeing some shower movement that's heading north and northwest through our areas. It's coming from California, which is unusual for our areas. It's going to make its way across into Wednesday evening and beyond into Thursday. There's also going to be some cloud coverage and some shower activity on our Thursday morning. For our highs today, the lower 80s throughout the Yakima area. In the mid-Columbia, we are seeing upper 70s and lower 80s, and in the Blues, lower to mid 70s in our area. And for tonight, we are seeing some decreasing clouds, but we're staying in the lower to mid 50s. A nice night tonight, nothing that we can really complain about for this evening. For our wind outlook, we're seeing some low winds to start out our week, raising on Friday. And as we raise our winds, our temperatures are also going to be dropping on Friday. We've got a very interesting Friday ahead of us. Some rain, some wind, and the temperatures are definitely going to be dropping from where they are here. Above our averages for the start of our week, making our way below average for the rest of the week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we're starting in our 80s, making our way into 70s for Thursday, and down into 65 for Friday. Into our weekend, we are staying in the 60s. Overnight lows are staying in the 50s for the start of the week and into the 40s for the end of it once we get to that Friday. For the Tri-Cities, 79 for Tuesday, into the upper 80s for Wednesday, upper 70s Thursday, into that rainy Friday. Staying nice and a little bit of sun for the next week. And in Walla Walla, we're seeing 76. 85 for Wednesday, some thunder on Thursday into that rainy Friday. And we are seeing some variable temps. You know, it's spring to be expected for this time of year. We're going to get a little bit of everything this week. Hot day today, hotter day tomorrow, and we're cooling down into the rest of the week. Have a great Tuesday.
The man dubbed the godfather of artificial intelligence has left his position at Google, and now he wants to warn the world about the dangers of the very product that he was instrumental in creating. ABC's Lionel Moise reports.
This morning, as companies race to integrate artificial intelligence into our everyday lives, one man behind that technology has resigned from Google after more than a decade. Dr. Geoffrey Hinton, known as the godfather of artificial intelligence, says he stepped down so he can freely discuss the dangers of AI. He tells the New York Times he's worried about artificial intelligence taking jobs from people and also misinformation, with fake videos, photos, and text saying the average person will not be able to know what is true anymore. And he warns, it is hard to see how you can prevent the bad actors from using it for bad things. He joins a growing list of industry experts calling for regulation. Elon Musk tweeting just yesterday, even benign dependency on AI automation is dangerous to civilization if taken so far that we eventually forget how the machines work.
It is, I think, actually a bigger risk to society than cars or planes or medicine.
One recent breakthrough, a non-invasive AI system that can turn our thoughts into text, saying it could one day help people who've lost their ability to speak due to a stroke or paralysis. Researchers have also found AI can more efficiently and effectively identify cancer, and we've already seen how programs like ChatGPT can write speeches, answer complex questions, and even pass the bar exam. The CEO of the company behind ChatGPT says the advancements are exciting, but also terrifying.
Part of the exciting thing here is we get continually surprised by the creative power of all of society.
I think that word surprise, though, it's both exhilarating as well as terrifying to people.
Sure. I think people should be happy that we're a little bit scared of this.
Elon Musk and hundreds of tech experts released an open letter back in March calling for AI to be regulated. As for Dr. Hinton, Google commended his work and said it's committed to a responsible approach. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Writers Guild of America has made the decision to go on strike as Hollywood prepares for the fallout.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show, this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show, Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Stan, who is that?
Okay, Roy, I went to the basement, found a weird portal, went through, found myself in a prehistoric valley, talked to a couple dinos, told them about Triple Play. They wanted to check it out. Here we are.
Wow!
Hi, Roy.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She'll leave whenever we're ready.
I'm ready.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Welcome back. Now to Hollywood, where the deadline has passed. Writers are now walking off the job, demanding better pay and benefits as their industry faces unprecedented change. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Overnight, more than 11,000 film and TV writers went on strike after the Writers Guild of America and a group representing TV networks and studios failed to agree on a contract. The first to feel the effects of the strike, late-night comedy shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live.
They cannot produce new episodes without writers. It may be a long time before viewers really feel the impact of a strike, because all the major players have such vast libraries of shows.
The two sides are at odds over writers' pay for shows on streaming services, among other things. The writers say streaming's lack of a regular seasonal calendar has hurt their pay.
Network series typically were 22 episodes or even more. Streaming series are 10, 8, sometimes even 6 or even 4 episodes.
The last writers' strike back in 2007 lasted 100 days, costing California's economy an estimated $2 billion. Experts say that strike boosted reality television, giving a rise to unscripted shows like Big Brother and The Apprentice.
Maria, you're fired.
But the impact of this new strike will go far beyond Hollywood and New York. Take Georgia, for instance, where movie and TV productions pumped more than $4 billion into the local economy last year.
Georgia is a leader in the world. We're top 3 typically production city. We're going to feel it more than most other markets and feel it, just as much as New York or LA would.
The group representing TV networks and studios says it's committed to reaching a fair agreement. Aerosmith is ready to walk this way right off the stage and into retirement. After 50 years, the band has announced the Peace Out Farewell Tour. It will feature special guests, the Black Crowes. Aerosmith says drummer Joey Kramer will not be joining them so he can focus on his family and health. The 40-date North America tour will kick off in Philadelphia on September 2nd. It will include a special New Year's Eve show in their hometown of Boston. Tickets go on sale Friday morning. Now to one of the biggest nights of the year for A-listers. The Met Gala played out in New York City with this year's theme, a tribute to the late designer Karl Lagerfeld. Nicole Kidman reached way back into her closet for her Lagerfeld-designed Chanel gown from 2004. And that's just the start. ABC's Will Gantz has more.
At fashion's biggest night, the cat is out of the bag.
Mr. Leto!
This year's theme, an homage to the late Karl Lagerfeld, known for his signature black and white designs. Janelle Monáe in head-to-toe black and white. Kristen Stewart, Vanessa Hudgens, and Jenna Ortega sticking to that color scheme too. Gisele Bündchen in all white for her first time back to the Met Gala as a single lady. And our own Rhiannon Alley, gorgeous in all black. Lagerfeld also known for his pearls. Serena Williams sporting her own on the carpet. Lizzo too. And Kim Kardashian wearing 50,000 freshwater pearls. Her dress took its makers 1,000 hours to complete. But this year's most show-stopping moments inspired by Karl Lagerfeld's beloved cat, Chopette. Chloe Fineman carrying a cat clutch. Doja Cat transforming her own face to look like her namesake animal. And Lil Nas X fully feline, a bedazzled cat to the tip of his whiskers. And Jared Leto dressed up as Chopette herself. The cat, however, officially declining her invites to the Met Gala on Instagram Monday, writing in part that she preferred to stay peacefully and cozy at home. We pay tribute to my daddy every day since his parting, and we are very moved to see one more day dedicated to him. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Coming up next, President Biden has invited the top 4 congressional leaders to the White House in the hopes of coming to a decision on the debt limit.
This week, the Coronation Countdown is on, and GMA invites you to a front row seat to history. Join Good Morning America for all the royal pageantry, the family, the celebrations, the fashion, and oh yes, the parties on Good Morning America.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard and Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. for 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving exclusively in members' mailboxes this week. Our 16-page book has store-wide savings in every department. From lawn and garden essentials to patio needs, Bi-Mart has you covered for less. Plus, save on pantry essentials, pet supplies, and more. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Join us at Giza Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
President Biden has invited 4 congressional leaders to the White House to see if they can come to an agreement on the national debt limit. And with the Federal Reserve set for a critical meeting this week, what does it mean for your finances?
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Cap KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, I'm so excited about your forecast today because it just keeps getting better and better.
The temperatures just do keep getting better and better. Unfortunately, it is spring, so we can't keep them consistent, unfortunately. But if we get into our weather forecast, I can tell you about what we can expect for today. Let's take a live look outside in Pasco. That's the Giza Stadium Skycam. Looking nice outside. I took a gander out there earlier and took a look, and it's looking nice. And as soon as the sun pops out, it's going to look even better. Affecting you, we are heating up today into a hot Wednesday before we cool down into the rest of our week. A wet, windy, and cool Friday, that's ahead. We're looking into next week as well. It's going to be cooling down towards the end of this week as we get into the further temperatures. Again, it's spring, variable temperatures. For our weather right now, we are seeing the lower 50s, upper 40s right now. Still a little bit cool. As soon as that sun pops out, it'll be a very, very nice day out today. For our daily planner, 82 for Yakima. In the Tri-Cities, 78 degrees, and in Walla Walla, 76. I'll have more of my full forecast, but it's looking beautiful today so far. Jill, back to you.
The U.S. debt ceiling drama may no longer be stuck on the floor. The top 4 congressional leaders, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, have been invited to discuss the matter next week at the White House. John Lawrence reports.
The U.S. debt ceiling deadline might be less than a month away.
The pressure is mounting and intensifying, and it should.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen issued a statement Monday telling lawmakers the nation could default on its debt as soon as June 1st.
We pay our bills, and we should do so without reckless hostage-taking from some of the mega Republicans in Congress.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have been invited to the White House on May 9th to talk about the crisis.
We've got to do it. $31 trillion and counting is too tenuous for the American people to absorb any longer.
According to a White House official, Biden will stress a debt ceiling raise must come without any spending cuts. McCarthy's Limit, Save, and Grow Act of 2023, which passed through the House last week, calls for boosting the debt ceiling, but it trims the budget.
This is not the way to do things, to hold the entire economy hostage to your political agenda.
Democratic Senator Joe Manchin released a statement saying that he hopes the White House invite is sincere and that President Biden will, quote, show true leadership and finally put politics aside and the well-being of our nation first. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Biden and McCarthy have not met since February, while many Republican senators have been calling on Biden to have talks with McCarthy on the matter. The White House says it will only discuss a clean proposal. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae-backed mortgages are about to get cheaper for some people, but more expensive for others. Changes the Federal Housing Finance Agency made to mortgage fees take effect this month. With the changes, borrowers with lower credit scores will see less of a penalty. If your credit score is higher, you will see more price tiers and, in some cases, increased fees. Home buyers with lower credit scores will still pay more to obtain a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac-backed mortgage than those with higher credit scores. Fannie and Freddie guarantee roughly half of the country's mortgages. This is a critical week for the U.S. economy as both Wall Street and the Americans look to the Federal Reserve for some clarity. The Fed has the option to pause or issue its 10th consecutive interest rate hike aimed at lowering inflation. So what does it mean for your finances? Cole Higgins has a closer look.
Weighing another potential interest rate hike amid mixed inflation data and growing banking turmoil as another bank fails. The Federal Reserve is meeting this week to decide next steps to tame stubborn inflation.
They need to get that down to their target, which is 2%. And the way to do that is to raise rates.
So what does the Fed's decision this Wednesday mean for your wallet? Some analysts expect the central bank to raise rates a 10th consecutive time, this time by a quarter point. If that happens, expect higher borrowing costs from car loans to mortgages.
If you got a personal loan, you're going to see your rate go up. A home equity line of credit, you'll see your rate go up. And of course, if you need to borrow money for anything like a new car.
Meanwhile, there's also the possibility that the Fed could pause its aggressive action to cool down the overheated economy. Experts say if that's the route the Fed takes, it could be a good opportunity for consumers who have been sidelined by rising interest rates.
This is definitely going to be treated by a lot of would-be home buyers as a sign that maybe now is the time to start that home hunt again.
No matter what Fed Chairman Jerome Powell announces this week, the decision will give us a clear indication about the Fed's plans for the rest of the year. So if you're planning to make major purchases in 2023, like buying a car or a home, this week's announcement could give you guidance about what you can expect in terms of borrowing costs.
Rising prices aren't the only concern facing the economy. Fed facing questions about credit conditions following last month's banking turmoil, and the latest drama with First Republic Bank revived those fears that tightening credit standards could make loans harder to get and help push the economy into a recession. Riley Fitzgerald is here now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Thanks, Jill. It's a nice day today, especially when that sun starts coming out. I'll have a first look at your first alert weather, tracking the conditions for you in just a few minutes.
Plus, today is a day to remember those teachers that made a positive impact on your life. It is National Teacher Appreciation Day.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Here comes the sun, so don't miss the Outdoor Living and Deck Expo coming soon to a Par Lumber near you. For free help designing your deck, tool demos, special discounts, prizes, food, and more. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build? Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Era Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Era Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
If you have outdoor plans, trust Camp KVU First Alert Weather.
With our powerful technology, we can literally see days ahead, giving you time to prepare for what's next.
First Alert Weather from Camp KVU Local News, helping keep you and your families safe.
Next, ET.
Yes, SJP for the win!
We're at fashion's biggest night.
It's the Met Gala.
ET's in the middle of all the Met Mania. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KVU.
Welcome back. Today is the perfect day to give an apple to your favorite teacher. The Tuesday of the first full week of May is National Teacher Appreciation Day, and for this year, that is today.
First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt championed National Teacher Day back in 1953 as a way to honor teachers. Educators with the National Education Association solidified the date with a vote. Meanwhile, the National Parent-Teacher Association established the entire first full week of May as National Teacher Appreciation Week. That gives you several days to say thank you to your teachers for their dedication to educating us all.
And Riley, you were telling us earlier that you have a couple of favorite teachers.
Indeed. Not only my favorite teachers, but my favorite people in general are teachers. It would be my grandpa, who I know is probably watching our show right now.
Oh, thanks for watching.
And also, he was a teacher in the Richland School District for a long time. And then my fiance is graduating with his master's in teaching this weekend. So that's a very exciting. My two favorite people, my two favorite teachers.
That's amazing. And they deserve an apple today.
They certainly do. Well, we're going to get into your First Alert weather forecast that's coming up. We're going to track the conditions for you. Looking nice outside. Once the sun peeks out, it'll be just beautiful.
And at least 6 people are confirmed dead following a dust storm that led to a pileup on a Midwest interstate. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
From Camp KVU, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
Take flight over a museum of trains on Fly the Northwest tonight. Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a live look outside the Giza Stadium Skycam in Pasco. It's looking a little hazy outside right now, but once the sun comes out, it is going to start getting warmer out there today. Let's get into our full forecast. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We are heating up today into our tomorrow, our hot Wednesday that we've been looking forward to. Got a wet, windy, and cool Friday on the way, cooling down into the weekend and into our next week. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some cloud coverage in our areas, making our way with some scattered showers through this afternoon and into our evening. The clouds are going to start to make their way out of the area. There's going to be some rain that's going to go around us, but not quite through our regions. We are cooling down into our Wednesday morning. No cloud coverage here into our afternoon. That's when we start seeing some shower movement that's heading north and northwest through our areas. That's coming from California, which is unusual for our areas. It's going to make its way across into Wednesday evening and beyond into Thursday. There's also going to be some cloud coverage and some shower activity on our Thursday morning. For our highs today, the lower 80s throughout the Yakima area. In the Mid-Columbia, we are seeing upper 70s and lower 80s, and in the Blues, lower to mid 70s in our area. And for tonight, we are seeing some decreasing clouds, but we're staying in the lower to mid 50s. A nice night tonight, nothing that we can really complain about for this evening. For our wind outlook, we're seeing some low winds to start out our week, raising on Friday. And as we raise our winds, our temperatures are also going to be dropping on Friday. We've got a very interesting Friday ahead of us. Some rain, some wind, and the temperatures are definitely going to be dropping from where they are here. Above our averages for the start of our week, making our way below average for the rest of the week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we're starting in our 80s, making our way into 70s for Thursday, and down into 65 for Friday. Into our weekend, we are staying in the 60s. Overnight lows are staying in the 50s for the start of the week and into the 40s for the end of it once we get to that Friday. For the Tri-Cities, 79 for Tuesday, into the upper 80s for Wednesday, upper 70s Thursday, into that rainy Friday, staying nice and a little bit of sun for the next week. And in Walla Walla, we're seeing 76. 85 for Wednesday, some thunder on Thursday into that rainy Friday. And we are seeing some variable temps. You know, it's spring to be expected for this time of year. We're going to get a little bit of everything this week. Hot day today, hotter day tomorrow, and we're cooling down into the rest of the week. Have a great Tuesday.
A dust storm in the Midwest blinding drivers, the chaos leading to a deadly highway pileup. The first of 6 victims was identified overnight, an 88-year-old woman. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
It felt like a war zone.
This morning, witnesses are describing the chaotic scene along this interstate in Illinois, where a dust storm is blamed for a multiple vehicle pileup, resulting in at least 6 deaths and dozens of injuries.
Oh man, there's so many wrecked cars over here.
The pileup involving more than 70 cars, trucks, and tractor trailers.
We started to hear the booms from the gasoline tanks, and it was one right after the other.
One driver says she was driving toward the pileup when a motorcyclist warned her to stop after seeing the carnage ahead.
His motorcycle was covered with the dust. He was covered with the dust, and he said he had had to bust out a couple of windows in a lady's car to pull her out.
Cars and trucks were piled up on both the north and southbound lanes of Interstate 55, south of Springfield. The rare dust storm sweeping through central Illinois, leading to zero visibility conditions. The National Weather Service says newly plowed farm fields contributed to all that dust.
Nothing in my 24-year career that I can recall having something as severe as this.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
More than 36 people were injured, ranging from 2 to 80 years old. It is spring, but it seems Michigan didn't get the memo. People in Marquette County are digging out of a snowstorm on that first day of May that caused power outages and bad driving conditions. You can see from this video, the snow has also brought down trees and led to car accidents. The Marquette sheriff calls this the worst type of snow because it's heavy and wet, making it very difficult to drive in.
It's been very busy. We've had a lot of rollovers. We had a semi off the road, a oil truck, and so there are a lot of accidents. And this is probably the worst type of snow that you can drive in because it's so wet and heavy.
I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a chaotic bee attack.
My daughter can't get in the car. She's being attacked by bees.
The frantic rescue of a mother and her 2 children attacked by a swarm of bees during a photo shoot.
The quick thinking of the mom, she picked up those kiddos, put them in the back of the car.
Firefighters responding to the scene in rescue gear, carrying the children to safety in the fire truck, spraying water and foam into the swarm to subdue the bees. Overnight, GMA speaking to Arizona fire officials recounting that harrowing incident.
She wasn't concerned with herself. She wasn't concerned with her own injuries. She, of course, wanted to protect her babies, which most moms would. And to have the foresight to pick them up and get them into the car under that much duress is really impressive.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you the one thing you should not do if you encounter a swarm of angry bees. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Moving forward with node-positive breast cancer is overwhelming, but I never just found my way. I made it and did all I could to prevent recurrence.
Verzenio reduces the risk of recurrence of HR-positive, HER2-negative, node-positive early breast cancer with a high chance of returning, as determined by your doctor when added to hormone therapy. Hormone therapy works outside the cell, while Verzenio works inside to help stop the growth of cancer cells. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
I'm making my own way forward.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to Riley's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. A big announcement from the state capitol. Governor Jay Inslee says he will not run for a 4th term. Inslee is only the 2nd Washington governor to win a 3rd term in a row, and he announced yesterday morning that he's ready to pass the torch.
But I do think there's a season, to everything there's a season. And the season right now, I think, is having a 1st term maybe more important than having a 4th term. And so I think some of that change is a good thing.
Inslee says he's ready to take the next year and a half to focus on homelessness and expanding behavioral health services. The Franklin County Auditor says 3 county commissioners received unconstitutional payments. The payments had been approved after the 2016 election, allowing council members to convert excess health benefits to cash. The auditor says that money went to the salaries of 3 council members. According to the auditor, former commissioners Bob Koch and Rick Miller received around $20,000 to $21,000, and Commissioner Brad Peck received nearly $47,000. The auditor says this case is being handled as a loss and not fraud. While it's getting warmer outside, local waterways are still cold and potentially dangerous as the snow is melting and sending a surge of water downstream. The Umatilla County Sheriff's Office says a 46-year-old Milton Freewater man was hiking with a friend along the South Fork of the Walla Walla River in the Harris Park area when he tried to cross and got swept away. The man did not survive. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash that happened on North Glade Road just south of Klamath Saturday. According to the Sheriff's Office, it involved just one car. 25-year-old Adrian Flores was thrown from the vehicle and died at the scene. 2 other passengers and the driver survived. The 25-year-old driver has been arrested. He's suspected of speeding while driving under the influence. The crash is still under investigation. 24 local immigrants became U.S. citizens yesterday at the United States Courthouse and Federal Building in Richland. They came from 9 different countries. Several organizations were there, including the local auditor's office and the Washington League of Women Voters, to register the new citizens to vote. United States District Court Judge Edward F. Shea says it was one of the most important things they could do.
You can do many things to make it your country. Voting is a critical part of making it your country. Let your vote be your voice. You can be heard no matter who you are by voting. And when you vote, you affect the democracy in this country.
These new citizens were given an American flag pin from the Sons of the American Revolution, and there was a reception after the ceremony. As we approach summer, it's a great opportunity to talk about skin protection. More than 97,000 new cases of melanoma are expected to be diagnosed this year, according to American Cancer Society estimates. Those with lighter colored hair and those with lighter skin complexion have an elevated risk for skin cancer. Tanning bed use, a history of sunburns, family history, and personal history also play a role in your risk. Keep an eye on your skin because early detection can help.
And see if there's anything that looks irregular. See if there's anything that catches your eye because it has multiple colors, because it has a border that's shaped in an irregular way, maybe something larger than your other growths.
The best protection, stay out of the midday sun when possible. Dress to protect your head, arms, and legs, and wear a strong sunscreen with at least a 30 SPF.
Welcome to Weather. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're taking a look live outside at Giza Stadium in Pasco. Things that are impacting us. We are heating up today and into tomorrow. A wet, windy, and cool Friday is ahead of us into a very cool end of our week and into our weekend. For our futurecast, we're seeing cloud coverage that's making its way out with some scattered showers throughout our Tuesday afternoon, out of our areas by Tuesday evening. Some showers that are moving around our areas but not through, to a clear Wednesday morning. We're going to be very hot on Wednesday. It's going to be in the upper 80s in most of our regions. We're taking a look at some showers that are moving north throughout our areas through tomorrow evening. Possible chance for thunderstorms as well Wednesday into Thursday. Some more cloud coverage making its way Thursday morning. For our conditions today, we are seeing the lower 80s throughout the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we are seeing upper 70s and lower 80s. And in the Blues, we are seeing low 70s to mid 70s as well. It's a beautiful day today. Make sure to get outside. There will be a lot of sun today and into tomorrow as well, but it's still spring, variable temperatures. We're looking forward to also some showers on Friday as well. It's a day to look out for. Jill?
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, yaktrinews.com.